Hello friends, in my YouTube channel Advocate Amit Kumar Gupta. Today I am going to discuss a very important case. The name of the case is SL Mining and Industries Limited versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax. This case has been reported in 98 ITR Tribunal Short Notes, page number 93, and the matter has been decided by Mumbai ITAT. The date of the judgment came on 5th September 2022. The facts of the case are very interesting. The assessment of assessee was completed under section 143 subsection 3 in Kolkata. After that, assessment under section 147 and 148 was also completed in the case of the same assessee in Kolkata. Then the file of the assessee was transferred from Kolkata to Mumbai under section 127. After transferring the file of the assessee from Kolkata to Mumbai, notice under section 148 was issued by the ITO of the Kolkata. And after the transfer of the case from Kolkata to Mumbai, notice under section 153C was issued from Mumbai ITO. After that, section 153C assessment was completed in the case of the assessee without any incriminating material on the matters on which the addition was made. The logic of sending the notice under section 153C was that the department was saying that there was search on some group. In the search of that group, one diary relating to the assessee was found, due to which the case of the assessee was reopened under section 153(3) by the Mumbai ITO. But when the assessment was going on, no addition was made on the basis of the diary which was related to the assessee and was found into the premises of the search party. But the income tax officer made addition on other grounds like section 14A, some prior period items, and also when this assessment was being done, the rebate or the exemption under section 80IA was also denied to the assessee, which was not at all related to the incriminating material. The plea of the department was that since section 148 notice was already in force, so that assessment has merged into section 153C assessment. So section 153C assessment scope has been widened because of this abatement. But the point of the assessee was that in this particular case, section 148 notice cannot be said to be merged into section 153C because section 148 notice was invalid because it was issued by the Kolkata income tax officer who do not have the jurisdiction to issue that notice. Meaning thereby that section 148 notice was void ab initio. When this matter travelled to the Mumbai ITAT said that section 148 notice was issued by the Kolkata income tax officer, which do not have the jurisdiction to issue that notice because the file has been transferred from Kolkata to Mumbai. So, in no imagination, the question of abatement arises. Now, section 153C assessment can be done only on the basis of the incriminating material which has been found during the search. And there was no incriminating material which was related to the assessee except diary, and on that basis of the diary, no addition was sustainable or no addition was done by the income tax officer of the Mumbai ITAT. So, Mumbai ITAT deleted whatever the disallowances have been made by the Mumbai income tax officer by taking the plea that section 148 assessment has been merged. So when the notice is void ab initio, it cannot be merged, it cannot be abated in section 153C assessment. In conclusion, we can say that when the file is transferred under section 127 from one station to another, so the assessing officer cannot issue the notice from where the file has been transferred because he does not have the jurisdiction on that file now. So friends, this case is very important in dealing with those cases in which the file is transferred under section 127. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is SL Mining and Industries Limited versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax. Thank you friends.